What's up, Kenra? I'm your girl Lo, and we are so excited to create a beautiful transformation today and take you on the journey. This is Salona. She's a good girlfriend of mine, and the last time I did her hair color was about a year ago. And all of that beautiful color is now cut away from this beautiful canvas, and we're looking at inspo pictures this morning, and we want to take her blonder, which is super exciting, and also a little bit of an artistic process, because we know when we're dealing with curl texture and pattern, we want to approach it very intuitively, very artistically, because we're going for an overall aesthetic. When you look at her hair from a 5-foot away perspective, we want to see global blonding, and we also want to keep her beautiful rich roots intact, because we want her to feel lived in, balanced, and we want to complement her skin tone. So I'm lightly brushing out the curls. I mean, you know, if you were going to look at this from just a perspective of just getting sections separated in the hair, you're gonna want to at least have some control over the space that you're working on. But as I start to foil, the approach is gonna be really visual. So I'm not gonna really be taking teeny little subsections like I would with somebody that wears their hair straight. Salona always wears her hair curly, so I'm just going to do bigger subsections just so I'm working clean, and then we will work from front to back. For the foiling, I'm using my all-time favorite lightener, the blue powder lightener by Kenra Professional. Thank you, Jesus. This lightener is my favorite lightener of all times. We will be using it with 30 volume to get a really clean, pure beigey lift. And how I'm going to apply her foils is going to be away from the scalp. I'm gonna do 2 to 3 little teases, and then I'm gonna lay the product on. We want it to look like it's done naturally by the sun. So I wanna create a balayage type of effect, and I want to blonde probably close to 25%, maybe stretching into 30-35% of her hair throughout. So I'm gonna be working pretty quickly and getting an overall balance with her hair. I always like to start with the front, because the longer the product stays, we know that it gives the hair a little bit more time to lift, and we want this pure, beautiful, beigey blonde where she can see it the most. Because we're teasing and she has so many different variations of lengths in each section, it's just gonna give us this beautiful lived-in effect. But I don't want to blonde, like I said earlier, every single hair strand. We want the dimension and the contrast. So with every section that I drop down, I'm just gonna keep that in mind and create almost like a brick laid pattern. The first time I colored Salona's hair was last year, and it was the first time she had ever got her hair colored, so we did such a minimalistic, kind of like really brondy, poppy application, and since then, all of the color's been trimmed off, so we have a clean slate, and we're super excited. I feel like I earned your trust so much this last time, because now you're not a newbie to hair color, and we're gonna get you so much blonder, which I'm super excited about. You know I love me some blonde. It was so funny because now I will have to haunt you to get you in more regularly for these retouches, because you're gonna look so so beautiful.
I need that little push.
Something I always like to keep in mind when I'm taking a client from a very natural base to quite a bit blonder, I really love giving expectations on how to manage and care for their hair color. And the thing that I love about the Kenra products is that it does leave long-lasting results. I mean, I haven't seen Salona in so long and her hair color really held up. And that speaks volumes of the quality of the color. As I'm looking at the next subsection, I'm really kind of looking at where she would part her hair if she were to wear it back. Mostly she wears her hair like wild and carefree, and it's just a beautiful curl pattern, but I do want to take into consideration if she were to wear her hair straight or pulled back, taunt, what would that look like? And in this case, I feel really good about this application because it is teasy, lived in, off the scalp, and so it should definitely finish with a soft, diffused flow from the root to the color. I'm working on diagonal sections just because whenever you work on a softer angle, your coverage just comes out really, really natural. If I were to come in at horizontals, I would pick up way more hair than, we really need to. So not only is it gonna give me a natural blend, it's gonna save me a little bit of time, which we obviously love. As you can see, this has like a really nice fall, and if she were to wear her hair all wild and carefree, you'll have some dimensions stair stacked, and these little pieces here will end up getting base bumped out. So you're gonna see a blend from her natural to some blonde pops and some more medium to lighter brown ends. I'm so excited. So we're gonna create the same flow on the other side. So again, I don't wanna lose some of this low light that we'll be creating. So each section, I'm just gonna look at it kind of like a really organic brick lay and still teasing each piece so it looks so natural. Okay, take a look at what we've done in the nape. We've just stair stacked and brick laid all 5 of these foils, and there's still that same naturalness. So we're just gonna keep this pattern lightly throughout the rest of the hair. So how long would I let this process? I'm looking for a really beautiful pure lift. So that means I'm looking for that pale banana yellow. And because I'm working in sections, I'm gonna be pulling the foils as they develop. But overall processing time would look around 55 minutes. So now looking at the back, I think I'm just gonna pick out these little babies. So anything that's not hanging out here is just so curly that it's gonna shrink up. So I just wanna tip out what's gonna really stretch out and be present. What I'm looking for in lift is a soft pale banana yellow. This is gonna give us a beautiful neutral beigey blend as we tone. So overall, I'm gonna let her last foils process up to 55 minutes so that it gets to that beautiful creamy base color. Can you stand how incredible Salona's hair came out? I mean, slow clap for this reveal because how beautiful is this? We took a little unique approach and the thing that I feel the most proud of creatively is the problem solving that we're able to do with Salona's hair, because creating so much different dimensions with the curls globally in one hair session and keeping her in a 3-hour-ish appointment, I feel like we were super successful with this. So I wanna walk you through the toner because she obviously lifted to a beautiful neutral beige, and we started with a level 2. So to give us this beautiful mixture of like soft mocha brown finishing in between these like pale beigey pieces, what we did was when rinsing, we decided to take a 10 ash permanent hair color and balayage it through her whole hair with moisture already in it. So straight in the shampoo bowl. And what that did was it allowed all of her virginal hair to lift and really bump the base as it toned her pre-lightened pieces. And as you can see, some of these pieces are really beautiful and creamy and neutralized. And just to customize it even further, after rinsing the balayage that I looked at for about 15-20 minutes as it processed, I wanted to add a little bit of gold back into her hair just to balance out her complexion and the overall aesthetic. And so what we did after that point was we mixed up 9GG and applied it for 10 minutes. And this is the result. So her roots are totally natural, her blonde pops are beigey, and we've lifted the base with that 10 permanent violet undertone to create this blend, and it came out so perfect. We'll have her inspiration side-by-sides in this tutorial for you just to see how accurate we were able to get her look to basically come out. So if you love this tutorial and you're obsessed with it as I am, please subscribe to the Kenra Professional YouTube because there's so many outstanding learning tools and tutorials and guest educators on this YouTube channel. You don't want to miss out on it, so subscribe now. And to follow me on my hair journey, you can find me on Instagram at @low_Wheeler Davis. Bye.